Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Giants News Weekly. I'm Jacob Gillum, your host, and today we are going to be going straight into my way too early playoff predictions for this upcoming season. I took just a little bit of time going over the list because after the draft, a lot of things changed. To be honest, I thought the Giants were going to have another kind of, not that good of a season again this year, but then the draft came in and we got some good picks, and then, my opinions changed. I'm sorry about the quality of the video. I'm recording this on my laptop. I have no webcam or anything. I have glare coming from my balcony, and I have this background, and I'm wearing this shirt because, I worked out today and I just really didn't feel like changing because I'm disgusting and I want to take my shower later. So, but let's just go straight into it. For the AFC, I have, for the first seed, I have the Ravens going for the first seed. I have them going first seed because it's just the talent they have on their team. I feel like they should have gone to the Super Bowl last year. It's just, them against the Titans. I don't know. It just was it was ridiculous, but I don't know. I'm not going to be able to give you much commentary in on this because I don't know a lot about most of the teams I put in here. I just know that they got great players during the offseason. I know they got great players during this draft, and I know that they did phenomenal last year. I really pay attention to my conference and mostly my division. I kind of stay away from the AFC because I'm not a huge fan of the AFC, not a huge fan of most of the teams in there. But first seed, I have the Ravens going. Second seed, I have the Chiefs, Kansas City, going. And to be honest, I have them going to the Super Bowl again, if not winning the Super Bowl again this year. It's just they picked up some really good people during the draft, and Mahomes is just really getting unstoppable. And I honestly feel like they're going to be the next dynasty in this league. With Tom out of the Patriots, with Gronk, and with both him and Gronk going to, Tampa Bay, I don't know. The Patriots aren't going to be able to hold that dynasty anymore, so I feel like it's going on to the Chiefs with Tyreek and Mahomes and all them. So, their coach is just an offensive genius. It's just ridiculous. So, I feel the Chiefs are going to go to the Super Bowl again this year. I'm from Missouri, not a Chiefs fan. I live in Missouri. Never been a Chiefs fan. I have so many people at my school trying to tell me to be a Chiefs fan, be a Chiefs guy. You got to root for the Chiefs. Never been a Chiefs guy. Shut the hell up. That's my phone. I forgot to turn it on silent. But I've always been a Giants guy. I grew up in the Giants household. My first Super Bowl I ever watched was 2011 when we beat the Patriots, and I don't know. I've stuck with them. I'm not a bandwagon fan. Obviously, we've had some shitty years since then, so I'm holding on to them for dear life. Hopefully, they can prove me right all these years. But going into the third seed for AFC, I have the Titans. The Titans did really well last year, and I don't think that was a fluke. I think that with the training that they're getting this year, with the picks they got this year, with what they got during free agency, they're going to be quite a powerhouse this year. And, I'm looking forward to some Titans football. That's, like I said, I don't like a lot of AFC teams, but the Titans, they're kind of always been the underdogs, kind of like the Browns and, but a lot better than the Browns, obviously. But, I'm looking forward to it, and I really hope they can go somewhere this year. So, going into the fourth seed, I have the Bills. The Bills did not do too bad last year. They surprised the hell out of me. I know they surprised the hell a lot of other people. And, the Bills have not always been the strongest team, but, with Josh Allen, they have a really good quarterback going in. He's not fantastic, but he's not bad at all. So, I feel them going into fourth seed. With the fifth team I have going into the AFC playoffs, I have the Colts. The reason I say the Colts is because I believe they got Phillip Rivers for 1 year, and Phillip, after this 1 year, I think he's retiring, but I think this is going to be his last year. And because of that, he's going to really show off, and he's going to really go like, okay, well, I need to go out with a bang. This is my last year. I need to, prove my career worthwhile by saying that I learned a thing or two while being in the NFL for all these years. So he's going to go out with a bang, and he's going to lead the Colts far. I don't think very far into the playoffs, but I have him going 5th. With our wild card picks, I have the Steelers going in. They've always been a second, third favorite team of mine. My brother has always been a fan of the Steelers, and he's not a very big NFL guy, but whenever he watched it, whenever we were kids, he would root for the Steelers. I think he was a bandwagon fan back then because whenever he was a kid, that's whenever the Steelers were doing really, really well. Yeah, I've always liked the Steelers. Big Ben's coming back. Their players are healthy. Last year Big Ben was injured. You had Connor injured. You had Juju injured. They had to use their third string quarterback. Their best their best lineman was injured. They just had a crap ton of injuries, and they were still 1 game away from making it to the playoffs. 1 game. With all those injuries, with all those setbacks, and with everybody healthy, and with Mika Fitzpatrick being on their team this year now, I feel like they're going to go wild card. I definitely give them wild card. With the 7th team that's been added into the playoffs this year with this new rule, I have the Broncos going. I feel like with Drew Lock's 2nd year, with him actually starting this year, I think it's going to be really, really cool. And as a Mizzou fan, I'm not really a college ball guy, but whenever I watch college, I root for Mizzou. It's really cool seeing Drew being a starting quarterback in the NFL. It's really, really cool. I have a friend who knows him, and it's just Drew. I think he deserves it, and I think he'll show off in his role. And I think he'll lead the Broncos to some success in the future. But those are my AFC picks for the playoffs. You go down in the comments. You let me know what your picks are. But I'm going to go in the NFC now. First seed, I have the Saints going. And I think this is the reason I have the Saints going first seed is because, with all honesty, I believe this is Drew's last year. Yes, I know he signed a contract for 2 years. I believe it was 2 years. But there's a lot of rumors going around that, if he does well this year, he's just out. I mean, he's going into his 42-year-old season. I think he's 42. It's either he's 41 or he's 42 because Tom's 42. I think he's 41. He's 41 years old. He's still playing as a quarterback. He's still playing as a tough quarterback because he's played for all these years. And, the man just wants to spend some time with his family, and, he deserves it. So I believe if he does one more good year, he's out. And I think he really wants to be out, so I think he's going to go for one more great year. And, Kamara's back. You got Kamara back. They got a really good player during the offseason. I can't remember what his name is. But, they just have a pretty stacked team this year. But I see them going first seed. Second seed, it hurts me to say it. It literally kills me in my soul to say I have Green Bay Packers go into the second seed. I hate Green Bay with a passion. Never been a Green Bay fan. But, I got to give Aaron Rodgers this. After they drafted Jordan Love, I feel like Aaron Rodgers, with that chip on his shoulder, is going to ball out this year. He's going to go all the way. He's going to go God mode. I don't know. He just needs to do something. He doesn't want to end up like Brett Favre ended up. He doesn't want to end up on the Vikings for a revenge tour. He loves Green Bay. He wants to retire for Green Bay, and he needs to make everybody aware, like, hey, I'm still the quarterback. This is my position. Nobody can have it but me. And I feel like when Aaron gets pissed, when Aaron has severe determination, he can be a monster. So I feel like Aaron's going to take that, and it's very possible Green Bay Super Bowl this year. It's a very, very possible Green Bay Super Bowl. I'm not calling a Green Bay Super Bowl. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, though. So I have them going second seed, but mainly Rodgers, because this is going to be a Rodgers-heavy season this year. I have the third seed going to the 49ers. I know it may be surprising to some people that I didn't have the 49ers going any higher than third seed. I don't know. They lost. Who did they lose? Freak. I've been saying this freaking... I've been going over this like they... Oh my god, I can't believe they lost him. It was one of their best players that they had. It was the player that they had counted on during their entire playoff run. Really helped during the Super Bowl. Freak. Oh no, but they lost him. And, I have them going off of a Super Bowl high. And I just don't see them doing anything fantastic this year. I have them still making the playoffs. Third seed, that's still great. But, I don't see them going to the Super Bowl this year. I don't see them making the championship game. I see them getting knocked out. But I have them going third seed. In fourth seed, I have the Bucs. And as much as I hate to admit it, Tom Brady's not a horrible quarterback. But I can say this, he's been degrading over the past couple of years. You can also say this, though. Belichick had surrounded him with the worst team that he had played in so many years. He had the worst coverage. He had the worst offensive line, some of the worst weapons to use that he had in forever. And I feel like Belichick was literally trying to F Brady with the team that he surrounded him with last year. And Tom and Gronk they just make magic on the field together. And with them both being together this year, I don't know. I feel like some magic is gonna happen. And with these being Tom's final years, I don't know. I feel like he just wants to play the game that he loves for however long he can still do it. So I have the Bucs going fourth seed. The fifth team I have going into the playoffs for the NFC this year, I have the Seahawks going. They didn't make some great moves during the offseason and the draft. They didn't make great moves, but you can always count on Russell Wilson. You can always count on him getting the ball where it needs to be and getting it downfield. What I'm worried about with them is their weapons this year. I don't know how they're going to be able to get it down the field after Russell passes that ball. I don't know. That's why I have them going fifth in the playoffs, but we'll just have to see what's going to happen. For the wild card, I have the Giants going for the first time. I can't remember how many years. We picked up some great players during this offseason and draft. I'm sorry, I have a stutter and I keep trying to get over it, but it pops its way into conversations every once in a while. So, but I have the Giants going. We picked up Andrew Thomas this draft. We picked up Xavier McKinney. If you want to, I went over our team's draft last video, so if you want to listen to that and go over that with me, you can just check out the last video. But we made some great picks during this offseason. We got Blake Martinez. We got Matt Pert. We got Shane Lemieux. I still can't pronounce that guy's name. But we got some great linemen. We got some great linebackers. We got a great weapon for Daniel to throw to. I feel like with Daniel and Saquon not getting hit as much this year and them actually having some protection, Daniel's gonna go places. He's not gonna have as many turnovers. Yeah, he might have a few interceptions, but half of his turnovers last year were from the fumbles. I think he had like 8 or 9 fumbles last year. It was ridiculous. And with him not getting crowded every single play, I feel like it's gonna help him a lot. So I have the Giants going wild card. And for the 7th team going in, I have the Cardinals. The Cardinals got Hopkins. how the hell did the Cardinals get Hopkins? Why the hell did Bill O'Brien let the Cardinals get Hopkins? I don't know if Bill O'Brien really wants to watch that team just dwindle into nothing, but he seriously just gave up the best player in his position in the league to the Cardinals. So I feel like the Cardinals are going to do some really nice things in these upcoming years, and Hopkins is going to help them hell of a lot. So, I mean, I see them going into this seventh playoff team, as the seventh playoff team. I don't know. I feel like the NFC, I feel like the Giants, I feel like our division is just not going to be the laughingstock anymore. I'm really glad for that. I'm really happy for that because we're actually going to get some wins this year. We're going to do some more things on the field. The Cowboys got some great draft picks this year. The Redskins got a couple great draft picks this year. The Eagles they got like one or two okay draft picks. I feel like we're gonna do a lot better this year as a whole, as a division, and we're just not gonna be the laughingstock anymore. And it's gonna be weird. This is gonna be like the first time in I don't know how many years that the Patriots, in my opinion, aren't going to be in the playoffs, aren't going to be at the head of their division. It's going to be weird. It's going to be really weird not seeing it happen. But, Belichick can prove us all wrong. He can say, yeah, it wasn't Brady. It was all me. It was all me. I don't need Brady. I just need the players that I can mold into the next Brady. I don't need Tom. I need me. And I need my skills as a coach. So, I mean, he might prove us all wrong, but I don't know. I don't see the shut up. My phone. But I don't see the Patriots going into the playoffs this year. I see them barely missing the wild card this year. Maybe making the wild card. They may replace the Steelers with the wild card. I don't know, but I still think the Steelers are going to go. But, that's my picks for the playoffs going into the 2021 season. Going into the 2020-2021 season. You guys going down into the comments, you give me your picks for this for the playoffs coming up, and we can have a conversation over which team we think are going to go. So yeah, I'm hoping the next video. I'm not hoping. The next video I'm going to be going over the New York Giants schedule, and we're going to be going over who I think we're gonna win against, and who I think we're gonna lose against. So thank you for tuning in on Giants News Weekly. Subscribe for more. I try and upload every day. And, I would really appreciate the help with the subscription and a like. So you guys just have a great day, everybody, and hopefully I can see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.